somebody Mahama. Ghana ni bi no, right? The current vice president of Ghana. A friend Professor Nana Chin. That is her name. One very big mistake I mean about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and say, "Wama Ghana ni bi ehun Professor Nana Chin eye." Ubi say Ghana ni bi I said, I don't know. So e better was e better baby ko ubi say Ghana ni bi ko say, "Omo the current vice president di dia omo hu." Nti Mami silent on kasa onyewe. Meanwhile, by convention, the vice president is supposed to be the head of Ghana's economic management team. It is a NPP tama currency ni saying na NDC for nye de sobono ebo alaji do tama mudu bomia. Eba ne say na Ghana currency na stronger. Mami din ayera. Ebo ato force any about John Mahama, the president. But the convention, the measure na the measure alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bomia no. Why are we not giving the same measurement to Yemami, but rather than Mami Dinyara? But your answer, you can send it to me in the comment section. We are just analyzing issues here. If you also think that analysis na me, it doesn't make sense, please do tell me. Say, hey, Madam Fasmal, it doesn't make sense. All right. You also think say she's not well. I do agree with that. But by convention, the head of Ghana's economic management team, Mami. And think about president di near about 14 dino. I see a dini di bebata home. Mami ni diayera. That is the first mistake I see about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. These are some of the things I see, and we need to speak about it. We need to just be straight about it. We need to say, me and this in something is not right. I don't have to say it. Well, it is my duty to let the president know, say, I was here, the Mahama di bebata, and yes, I actually mean the Mahama anywhere ni di ebeyera. And now I want to know beside Kwalabi Onamo say Ghana vice president. The only person people know in this particular administration is John Dramani Mahama. But I need to be straight, frank, and then say things as it is. The NDC for. All right, Emily, see you get the point, right? But it's just the beginning. Me person right from the onset. Na yem for my many entire home. Let's assume say I'm not saying say Mahama be woo. No, I'm not saying. Ochina Mahama can say be my vice president dia. Ubi say obi say, oh, na vice president be no head of Ghana's economic management team. Emma Ghana tika sem year. We should be able to mention this woman's name. That is my point. I see a didn't di but town instead say about ato force in about president. Ato force in about president. Meanwhile, no measure na yedema alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say or no. And I'm Ghana Sikasema say no, say Ghana Sikasem aye. We should give the credit to the woman. It doesn't matter. Say Mahama yarea. Let's take with your moho. Mahama no team ho. Honorable, let's take with your mo. And say chief of staff, Emma the vice president, they are also there. The vice president also has a team. I dinechi. Papa Alex Segwefia. I know Alex Segwefia personally. Omuni di Mahama and a whole lot of them. So say Mahama ni wa. We have people taking care of Mahama Nujuma. All right, Powerhouse, I do agree with you. But the analysis I'm not trying to say anything. We need to let the president know that some of the things are, oh yeah, party for no. Dodonano, NTSA is what I'm here saying it. I'm not saying that it's right, it's wrong, or whatever. But I like the way Mama Ade Nemano Hano. All right, if my son say, our mother, Prof, just return from sick leave, please. Thank you, Medase. That's good. I just want Ghanaians to know her name. Yemfani di emmata ni mapahon. Sena be ya dachi so niwa yebe kayeno. That is my viewpoint here. So what am I saying? All right, that's good. But your channel air 1 hour with Munufie. All right, let's move on. I have another one. I don't know, but you might misunderstand me or you might not understand me. President Akwa promise Bono region say 5 modern markets planned for Bono region. These were the words of the president. President assigned a promise say 200,000 hectares to boost cocoa production. The news here is, I do not want the president to become a promising president. Because it seems to say President John Dramani Mahama has started to be promising a lot. If I told Mr. President, but break kakramaye, push and let's deliver. We are mistaken Ghana for a bit that down. I'm one my promises is then at the end of the 4 years, 2028, they use the promises as a benchmark to measure you. President Nana Akufo-Addo, Ghana for pushing na mani benya nickname bi na yefe ne clearing agent. And then some case here, the president Nana do not promise from Ojineba bi ohwe mani manu a promise mo. Mahmoud Bawumia was also doing the same thing. Ojineba bi are not promise yet they couldn't deliver even 2% of the promises they gave. Ipacho Mr. President, let's take our time. Send a beya wonso no unkonye the same nickname. Because for me, it seems the president is promising too much and speaking too much. That is why I said, me person can yet professor na naji ntonka so kakakra. We say ministers and enkasa kakra, and then the president needs to speak less because the president panyi dware wi a na nsu asa or something like that. Abebu no me yebono ni ba me ntanka ya bebu ni ye. And please, Mr. President, reduce promise na kakra, reform kakra. Na ye hu say ampa enya president bi a one promise kese but o deliver kese. I'm very straight, I'm very frank. Me NDC nipa obi ani obe doubt say me NDC ni. Me NDC nipa na tia obi o ni me NDC ni. So that is something we just want. We decided to give the steer to the president.
Me person mo first steer no emma.
By any steer my president, me pesa president be promise kese, me pesa president in deliver. All right, Karim say president never promised what he cannot do. But my idea here is say he should keep some of the promises to himself and then deliver. Na promise delivery na enkasa money ho. Instead of promising something, then at the end of the day, no, when they be boom, I'ma want him and deliver. But two different things. You don't promise, you do it. But when you promise and you're unable to do it because of something, it becomes a tag on you. That is my viewpoint. Kasim, I do understand with you. I know how John Mahama delivers. But me mpese ebeye to say the president is promising too much. He should deliver too much and then speak less. Not delivering enkasa money home. That is how I understand issues. So that is the second point I wanna tell the president. So Emily say I'm right. Yes, Emily, that is something I really want to do. Now do ne Bawumia promises to the sense of ye ko about way. Bawumia promises asofo, e promising him for. Eko wura shrine. The only promise a man say Mahmoud Bawumia promising say obemo kwaku bonsa no moti abako eno de mante. But I saw him in the shrine. Mahmoud Bawumia promise here to the sense obetu ya ahemfo ne him kwa nyina ka. Osimu ba phone 11 cedi. The man wana udi 2 cedis in the 2 years I been him down betu. That is the kind of promise mempe say Ghana for we push President John Dramani Mahama sa amana ko du ba bia obe promise sa promises ni bi. Pacho Mr. President, cool down. Ghana we have the confidence in you. That is why we have given you the mandate. And then the absolute majority say, Adibia Bayama Ghana, a developer Biana, Yamaye. Deliver and don't promise too much. Karim Medasi, oya dear. Karim Kasim say, he now understands me 100%. Medasi, oya dear. That is how I want us to do the things. In two champagne for and tell them not to be promising too much, but we need a delivery, not delivery nankasana and kasamana. That is my second point. But your third point, appointments. Appointments. President Mahama, if you are no appointed 20, no 30. Why not catch a Ghana for so close to They say, what do you say 54? So there's a 6 be a catchery. About your 6 in a way. Me, to be honest, when President John Dramani Mahama promises to obey 60 ministers, I didn't agree with him. Because now the Danko Akufo-Addo had 125/124 ministers in the boom mine. At least in Mr. President, we call half. Now NDC for do nan enye jumanya, but of course you promised. So the 16 be juma, no problem. 16 a short 4 no way. 6 no way. Appointment, money movie. A man in Kodru level be say NDC for bebre you, Mr. President. I have to be honest. NDC for the touch the you say ye nya adwuma nye and our my appointment na wanye say Ipacho for 6 na kana o de fabra 6 na kana bra na fi di yenhwe we're also going to talk about the success stories that president there, but absolutely on this particular channel, my videos about how president has succeeded. But see, these are some of the mistakes. But see, yankane I'm a president ante now I'm solving problem now. 2028. And one on the way try Eddie Charles, you can understand. All right, so I shouldn't rush, right? I will take it easy. A appointment and so president, simple mistakes be a kwapem say na no akobo abaya ebidi a. Yes, so your doctor, be so your doctor, me name there. I'm not going to go there. But who is making these appointments? And you baba I can recount about 4 or 5. President appointee or more, they had to revoke the appointment. Some of them, we even came out to say, nipa women who's away campaign man this year, and that's what we hear by. But yet, why we any appointment no? Aba, I don't have any problem. Let me tell you, minimum this for you now. Let me tell you, we couldn't name say me this in. I don't have any problem with that. But appointment to Mr. President, Pacho, your appointment are emphasizing was here. Emre party no. Send a 2028. Yango point ya don't need to say ya. Yemmebre as the man says. Pacho, ultimately. Yempese 2028 bedroom. Now we are struggling to give answers. Pacho, yempese ebe kwa appointment na ebe do 2028. Na fe de ebe man problem na fe de yi anu a enyi. Na kwa dan sem kese abeto party for so be na ye twefa ye bo. Na ye say na obi di bi fa na da bi Mr. President. Appointment no. Oh yeah, tobo. President said, I get where you are coming from, Mr. Munufie. Mr. President will appreciate your input. I'm sure he is a listening president. I understand you are 100%. Why are there? Sometimes when I get feedback, say I'm a manager, because what I'm trying to mean, and your personal thing, but we need to pinpoint to the president some of the things now. Dachi yanom boko akopeke edababe campaign tia yankasa. Because that is where they will come from. They will come from, as my making, we don't know who say, they will use some of these kind of petty things. Me who say, neko muguso moye. And ma motoson, and a president appoint you mo, and a national security ground koye investigation, and she will be Mr. President, me pacho appointment no. Oh yeah, take your time. Ghana ni biya se fata, NDC ni biya se fata. Me nim school biya kwa school bi nko. That is not my idea here. But all my appointment time pacho tobo. Na my nko pe problem my se ne be ya dachi. Ye be san akọ defend this is say kan ye be kan sempa na aban na ye no. But when you defend ni me be asebe mfaso bi ani so. Pacho Mr. President, please take your time before you make appointments. And you want to win so nipa na wo ye no. Ka kire ne say untonable. Because you were Juma year 2028 is just around the corner. Now Juma Pana Mobon, that is something we need to speak on. Now they are not defend, they are buying on. Emily is even if 56 and he's saving her money. I do agree with it 100%. But I'm saying, oh, the 16 day on farmers also. Why? But the bar was also at my neighbor. You almost break with 60 why a year. Na ye hu se bibia asa na NDT fo na nwinwi no bia nya ba bi nche ye be bore kakara bibia bi nya ne de if I just what you say hey NBB4 all right the go enim e ba chaw 2020 the first administration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama 2012 to 2016 there was a very big scandal bia NPP for share that and the two president so the president akwa car as a gift from Burkina Baby ho. E mani be ye did my election no e the boot here NDC. I was a bit surprised. That is my viewpoint. Say president buy another obisi akwa chair president car. I was a bit surprised, to be honest. I have to be a bit stark. I was a bit surprised. How come say presidents they can't find the channel? If I show you video.
And as when I was officials and because they are about certain fish, and that is so I've been on behalf of the president. Thank you very much. Yeah. That's it.
All right. And the Obi Koche president car. And a president, I could the presidential pool of cards on, but I wasn't happy, to be honest. Say Obi Koche president car BM Amana 2028. I see about Peja BM. I wasn't happy. But anyway, about yeti, yeti asembiaka. Ya antini yeti yana anyaba. But presidency in Singapore no more. I think that they are well and able-minded people. Also, they know what is good for the president and good for the country. So they accepted the gift and decided to bring it public. Tell me, yeah, Omani Babe, Chitagana for we be chair president car, but President Anjanfa assigned their coca presidential pool. No, well, he needs to be a car. Emily, I say more. Ghana politics. Yeah, more body though. Me mpesa 2028 beba na ye be someone another kan ye be ka bi.
I would say to the people of Ghana, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We are sorry.
Okay.
For the poor work we have done.
Okay.
We're going to go and think about ourselves.
All right, the me mpesa ye be repeat it same way. Say we are sorry. That be Sabi, wow, but we need that one. I'm sorry, be I sabi. Now I just say where Jimmy. That is the fact. General Mosquitoes is school and prepare Jimmy. And if the word sorry, them and person NDC for a barber can be in 2028. This in Ibia. Let's take this kind of things very serious. Now, if it is a president, ARDB, we should start to say it. Oh, boy. Your mama, oh, boy. NDC for, oh, boy. Hey, when you get any view. That we are Ghana need. Yo. Hey. And you know correct. Gary ni makose wow boni wa kodi na mama ama etwewo. Nti enye mava ngwose NPP for ngwose Ghana for ena enye bibia masa. And for some of the things in our president, that is what I'm saying. Pacho, don't insult me. We need to be frank with ourselves. What I say? We don't have to. Was here dirty linen in the public, but I think say president to me quality those kind of things are a man of so much kama. Problem there were a lot of them. The president got the biggest test. Abra MP for years and Fiedi. Abra Samija if you come out with Agrada. I mean, I wasn't happy. Why must you give Agrada? But these are some of the tests that the president. I think that he sailed this through very easily. Yes, he sailed through, but these are things that when Pesi do 2028, now we're gonna struggle with them. So they should make sure say they work within Niama Ghana for pay. Send a bear, intimate copy problem. Take it our time. And then baby, I may say almost 12 in the night. About 11:51. But here I am discussing NDC issues. Some come down, come okay, right? So some of the things, we need to work harder. Now say catch it up and say, maybe who are in Ghana for Please change it for us. So what I say. So in the comment section, we can discuss it. So if you say what I'm saying doesn't make sense, you can tell me. If it makes sense, you can tell me. Because now the dango ku for this administration, so when you be my kind of question na ebi anka na don't find him guasie and be kofi. So what I say. It is sometimes who trust and say who say we church here. Some of us have to sit behind the fence and then tell you say, hey, koniye, because ochiano. So what I say, that is why I'm here telling the president say he should straighten up. You should be very careful, say, because in the first administration, we don't have to repeat the same thing again. I see the yastic near the measure the quality because who NPP for that thing send them into opposition and then they are even struggling to call themselves minority. Because some of micro, even parliament, whether they go to parliament or they don't go, they don't even exist. And then because of parliament, we can decide say we don't even need them. And then look at how Mahmoud Bawumia is even struggling to construct simple words. About my Ghana and Ibikura, I just told you papa is yo. Manodo se muna so e Kenyans asem. Mahmoud Bawumia kasa concert party obianti no. Because in the administration, they did not get some people to sit behind the fence and tell them, say, hey, name be amoye enkoye, so you people have to be very careful and extra careful with it. But just what I say. All right. Enti Emily say, this is why you should rush him. Let the president check the people well before appointing them. If we don't want him to work with criminals. Exactly. Enti we need to let the president know say some of the things now repercussions might affect. Yeah, it's how you can say because somebody might come and ask you a question or china one way wouldn't answer from mano. And we need to sit down and check all these kind of things. I see a check president and appointees, and then the person making the appointments. But my last point, President, Mr. President, Ghana for a table children. They are saying say one neglect of no single appointment in a free abruchini be a meanwhile, but per the constitution of Ghana, no, and this our branches, our abruchiri. And these branches in our Ghana, no, the same branches need to be abruchiri. In the executives in our Ghana, the same executives are abruchiri. Financially, in abruchiri for contribute here. Social media say here, abruchiri for to be contribute here, but not a single appointment. And about Ghana, ni be abruchiri. And Mr. President. Ghana for our brochures and country was 2028. Mobile brochure or Munufie. Straight up. Straight up. That is the message they have given me, and I'm giving it to the president. Ghana for some country and this in point for say 2028 or 2027. Mobile brochures or compare on we unya kokokora and bekasa. Executives no kwano or more organizing meeting now. And they are saying, say, if they are even going to organize meetings and some other casa, they will negotiate with you. And say no period. They might come as say no as crowd with them no. And I'm Makachiro General Mosquito, Makachiro, you're a difficulty, Makachiro Chief of Staff, Makachiro President, and Obrasia Kwanso, Makachiro say Ghana for and this in Penny for executives and members in the world brochures and men Kanchiro must say. Yes, it campaign season, what we say brochibiano, or Munufie. They will negotiate. They will go on negotiation table with you people and some of them are because more disappoint you. That's it. I was for. Let me end here. 1 hour with Munufie. That's what I say. Medini William Munufie Amankona. This is the channel. It's on YouTube. But you won't subscribe. You subscribe. Wait me like share and so. I'll be very, very, very happy with it. 1 hour with Munufie on YouTube. Sometimes I post on Facebook and then on TikTok. You can also check. But the live show here is just on YouTube. Until me that say, me the best I'll take my time. Watching full 1 hour. Na fi dia be ka jena gum. So what I say? If I will board you and say be obo be any aje. Because we need to do all these kind of things. Now ya pama kromfo no kakra Africana. Because NPP party there esi egu no. But ye be gu na me. And then as they say, we correct the people in administration. Send by our China. Yes, yeah, Baba, you compare to the Ghana near. You bring a good measure. And I catch the Ghana and say, you buy a way, ye we ye kase be we ye kase de be sha ye kase be Ghana say ye. That is the only means that you can campaign very peacefully. 2024 about 2023. What was the NPP for Brian Omobere? Because they did not do well. That is why they struggled to even campaign. We do not want NDC to get into that trap because NPP has set a trap on that wall. We need to jump it. We need to cross it. Any William Munufie amankona.
Na tikana bedini ho na wanya brofo no me pa cho de dikan eye no kura Exim Bank loan of 7 million Ghana cedi. No ready.
Say chama won't me kwaje Exim Bank sika. So the could aburo na ama sika na ama. Mesero o NPP ni a o tia yie. Na gari ni makose chama won't me na adwuma o sika akwaje a wakodi. It has nothing to do with John Mahama. We are protecting the public purse. And now don't go for the country. So, obey president, you need to protect the public purse. But and then another no public purse na kasan irae and John Mahama call you aba. But if by no sisi kabia nchim. Nti ba bia sika na yira koye no ho adwuma na yeye no. Ubulimi rumonacha enye. Because public purse na yira no John Mahama kofa aba. Na ye bedoso dosom. Na ba bia bi yira koye bia no. Yahwe yakohwe aba. Now, no, we need to also match NDC boot to boot. Boot for boot say, yeah, mama some question mistake na. At the end of maybe 30 years, NDC co position, I will train NDC for. Maybe in Yabinka. This is one now with Munufie. Ti yankopon enewo entena. Nda obi ase. Bye bye.
Mo kwara ne ti. Wa sia o pepe sia. O ma mi sia.
Wafa buying eja padie, Papa John Mahama. You don't have 3 months, you don't have 4 months, you don't have 5 months. Yes, we're in 7 January 2025. 8 January 2025. Go after those people. Who's party near Musion count over a free one movement. Free one when I stand with one when
why? I hear about. I don't know.
Over to me.